presenting to you in the red corner, wearing white trunks, having won 3 contests. He weighs in at 12 stone 13 3/4 pounds. All of his contests so far won by way of knockout. From Belfast, Brian Magee. In the blue corner, wearing black, green and yellow shorts, weighing in at 12 stone 3 3/4 pounds in his 5th professional contest, from Ilford, Dennis Doyley. Your referee for the contest, international referee Roy Francis. Thank you.
Here of the exciting young Irishman Brian Magee, 24 years of age. He's won all 3 so far inside 2 rounds, and it's going to be a tough job for Ilford's Dennis Doyley, the 32-year-old facing him. Only his 5th fight. He's been stopped twice already. So far, though he hasn't really been tested yet, Magee has looked the business. As you can see, boxing out of the southpaw stance, and trained by Harry Hawkins in Belfast. Fast hands, good combination with the hooks, and a hurtful looking body shot too from Magee. He's full of confidence, isn't he, Glenn?
Yes, he is. Really lets his punches go very fast and very accurate, and especially when he puts them together in combinations.
Big shots to the head there, and just rocked a little Doyley by those. He's fighting with his face a bit as well, the man from Essex, which won't help.
He sometimes just drops his hands a little as he comes out. Just has to tidy up a bit there, but very good when he lets his punches go.
Not really setting up the attacks with the jab. He's quite content to go in hard with hooks, and he's landing with some very hurtful and meaty looking shots already. He's a sharp hitter. Okay, very accurate. Doyley already looks as if he's done about 5 rounds.
Well, this is a tough job for Doyley. He just hasn't got the skills to get out of the way of these punches from Magee.
It's too tough a job for him, I think. He was knocked out in a couple of rounds by Stephen Bethnal, prospect from Coventry, and stopped in 5 by Butch Leslie as well, and Magee would regard himself as a step up from those. He's doing what he wants, really, Magee. He's again looking a little open himself there, though. Keeps his gloves pretty low, doesn't he?
Yes, he does. Just as he's trying to come out, he puts his punches together well, and then when he comes out, he does come out with his hands a bit low. And that's something he's got to work on. It's early days from in the professional ranks, but he needs to tighten up a little.
Yeah, might as well develop good habits early. He's unlikely to pay for it tonight, you'd think, anyway.
We had excellent form in the amateurs, but you can afford to be a little bit reckless defensively because you do have the head guards in the amateurs.
Brian Magee had a fine amateur pedigree as well, with a silver medal in the European Championships in Middleweight. Well, Brian Magee threw so many punches in that opening round and connected with an awful lot of them.
Yes, he lets them go very well, and Doyley just looking a little out of his depth here. with Magee pretty much doing as he pleases. You see the accuracy, good punches going in, and he always lets them go when he attacks in clusters, and that's very impressive. So he's just a little careless defensively, just leaves his hands down, but you see gets the punches going and lands very well. 32 head punches to just 6 for Doyley in the first round.
Clear corner.
Second round, Brian Magee, yet another product of the famous Holy Trinity Club in Belfast, and he brought an awful lot of trophies back to that club in his distinguished amateur career. Can he make as much of a success as his professional career? He started off well, but the big tests of course lie ahead.
Right, stand back, right back. Right, box on.
He's finding Doyley a particularly easy target. There looks a bit of facial damage around as well for Dennis Doyley, the 32-year-old from Ilford in Essex. Good counter work too there. Just got caught again with a shot himself, Magee. Seems to set himself well for the punches, doesn't he? Really plants his feet and gets some leverage into them.
Yes, he's got good reflexes and good hand speed.
And you saw it there, lightning quick, blurring hand speed in fact, which makes defence for his opponent much trickier.
Right, stand back, right back. Watch out, Doyley. Box on.
The occasional success for Doyley will maybe keep him interested. He's certainly being plenty brave enough in there. He's taken quite a lot already. It's a game effort, isn't it?
It is a game effort, but I'm sure Magee will want to try and finish this inside schedule. Doyley stopped in 2 of his last 3 fights.
Chopping right hand from Magee out of his southpaw stance.
And then a little bit of nice defensive work, just moving out of the way from Magee.
Still think he looks a bit open though, don't you?
Yes, he does. There's certainly a lot of things to work on, and he has to become a much more rounded fighter. And obviously that will come with bigger tests and with experience. He's a little erratic, as you can expect, not long out of the amateurs. Just needs to settle down a bit. There's certainly a lot of good things to work on with Magee.
He's not related, by the way, to tonight's top of the bill fighter, Eamon Magee. What do you think of him so far?
But so far he's doing everything right. Good work from him, putting his punches together. He's just softening Doyley up really. It just seems as if it would be a matter of just a matter of time. He's just starting to relax in the second round, putting his punches together better, not getting caught as much. There's a couple of times where he got caught in the first round, not as much, just starting to relax as Doyley's starting to tire.
Williamson, the cut man, working in the corner, and you can see Doyley on the other side there, looking a bit the worse for wear. He's thrown well, almost as many punches, Doyley, but has landed with a whole lot less. Here's the third round, the white trunks of the Belfast fighter Brian Magee. Is he going to become a big box office draw in that very good fight city where there have been so many exciting fight nights down the years? They really do get behind their fighters. in Belfast, so there's every chance that Brian Magee could become a commercial success if he can keep on winning. This is the furthest he's been so far as a pro.
Nice little bit of movement there.
Oh, big right hand there from Doyley, getting through. No defence at all from Brian Magee.
I was just going to say a nice bit of defensive work with the feet, but then the hands still down, and just like I said, that Magee shows and lands a good right hand.
The defence is definitely a chink in the armour of Brian Magee's offensive work. Looks pretty good in the main. Fast hands, the combination punching, but he does look as if it's quite easy to catch him, and he may pay a very heavy penalty for that. Good uppercut from Doyley, who's improving a bit as this goes on. He's shown some fair durability as well.
I think it's just the fact that Magee's been taken back a bit by getting caught, and then just walked into a couple of shots from Doyley.
Can Magee find the punches to record another stoppage? It's only due to go 4, and we're in the third. Decent right now from Magee. And an uppercut as well, working inside. He just looks a bit anxious, doesn't he, tonight?
Yes, a bit erratic, just trying to do too many things at once.
And the result of that is he just lacks a little rhythm.
Yes, he really needs to just settle down with his work, become a lot more polished.
Straight left in there. And the referee is going to call it off. There was one big left hand in the rally, and that was enough for Roy Francis to call it up. Don't think Dennis Doyley's too impressed about that. He wanted to go on, but Roy Francis saw no point in him taking any more. And Brian Magee has a 4th consecutive victory by stoppage, but probably his least impressive display so far.
Yes, he got the stoppage. I thought it was a good time. There's no real point in Dennis Doyley taking too many shots. He had been caught by a couple of decent ones in this exchange. There's a good right hand from Magee. But he was not as impressive.
That was the punch, I think, Glenn.
Yeah, I think that was the final one.
Yeah.
It was a solid punch, and I think referee Roy Francis just thought, well, enough's enough. No need to see Doyley really hurt.
Ladies and gentlemen, the referee stopped the contest. The red corner, Magee the winner.